In October 2024, I had an idea. After months of watching the debates between globe and flat earth, it seemed odd that 90% of flat earth proof revolved around trying to show why the globe earth was wrong rather than showing how the flat earth was right. It's time to get involved with something. You might be shocked at what I found out. I believe that if the world is indeed flat, then everything we are taught after centuries of scientific studies and observations would be for a flat earth. We all know there is no school, college, university, or any other accredited education out there which teaches us the world is flat. This alone should be enough for people to realise that we don't live on a flat world. An argument that I have seen that it is all being hidden from us. But this posed another important question. If the world was flat, we would have all the knowledge we have about the globe, but for flat Earth. So let's see if flat earthers can get that information out there by answering some questions. The mission was not to ask why globe is wrong, but to ask flat earthers about flat Earth. In my mind, this seemed straightforward, as all I was doing was asking for some information which I believed should be available if the Earth is flat. First off, to the place of many flat earthers and moon landing deniers, Facebook, and I tried to see if any flat earther was willing to explain why the Earth was flat. I made it clear that I would only be using what they said to me, and I would show the answers as they appeared. To start with, they weren't even replying, which surprised me a little. Eventually, I got as far as water always finds its level. Not groundbreaking, but it was a start, and so I moved on with this information.
Great questions. Water finds its own level because the Earth is flat and created. I'm seeing it right now. The oceans, lakes, and pools contained, and Earth and mankind is created. Besides what you're told, you're special and the Earth is way different than you have been told as a child. It's not too late to ask for forgiveness. Before the internet for some of us.
Kevin stated it was created this way and told me I was special, which was nice, but he also said I needed to ask for forgiveness, so it was obviously a religious thing for Kevin.
For me, it's God. You're welcome to call them a different name.
I didn't want to misrepresent him, so I asked him if it was a Christian God.
Yes, for me.
When asked about the other questions, he said,
Naked eye, a few miles, a well-lit day without smog, no curvature, never seen it.
But I didn't get any further answers after that. Scott jumped up next, and just like Kevin, they also had an explanation for me.
Water proves it's not a globe. Just need to look. Water always finds its level. No body of water has a curved surface. The horizon of the ocean is a straight horizontal line. The physical properties of water. Go stand on the beach and look.
So I asked, what physical properties are you referencing? A raindrop isn't flat or level, so help build the argument. What causes it to find its level? It's obviously not finding it for itself.
Guess you'll have to keep looking. That info is out there. You asked how rain works. I already answered that. So I guess you'll have to look through censorship to find your answers. Good luck with your research, you obvious troll.
I asked for some clarification, but Scott wasn't willing to engage after that. But I pushed a little further.
It's okay, the truth is the same even if no one believes it. One day maybe you'll figure out the globe, as we are told it is a lie. You'll actually have to look at things to figure that out though. Happy trolling.
I tried to explain, and I was met by, a laugh emoji. Seeing this was going to be a long process, if I only found an answer one at a time, and not wanting to be drawing my pension before this was finished, I tried to speed things up by asking a few questions at a time. There was no response for some time, so I started spamming the questions list over many different flat earth and space posts, hoping to find answers. Now this became interesting. David seemed to want to white knight the position, though they clearly stated they weren't a flat earther. They did, however, have the same answers I had seen from flat earthers in other discussions, so it was only fair I heard them out and respond in kindness.
I don't define myself as a flat earther, yet for the sake of adventure and open-minded discussion, I'll answer these, thank you. 1. Factors of density and buoyancy determine water level. 2. I don't know exactly, but I know we can't see 93 million miles or billions of miles where they say stars are. Do you think we can? Superhuman star sight? 3. 4. Sun is approximately same size as the moon in height. The stars are approximately same height too. I assume the sun and moon to be around 10k miles away. 5. I don't know, I haven't done that math. 6. The sky is mostly made of noble gases which condense into colder and higher charged forms the further from the surface. The blue we see is the solid form of oxygen, or a gas mixed with oxygen that helps it solidify.
It didn't go any further, but it did spur Tracy to chip in and imply it was a dumb question.
Well, obviously water finds its level due to the principle of diamagnetic buoyancy. How far can we see on any given day? What an odd question. Did you know there is a thing called weather? And buildings? Those things can change how far you can see on any given day. It's a dumb question.
With no one willing to take it further, it was time to move platforms, so I tried X instead. There's plenty of debating going on there, and everyone seems willing to post with great authority and knowledge, often with more authority than knowledge, but it was worth a try at least. So let's go see what Elon's X had to say. Unfortunately, it would seem X is no different than Facebook in that way. They're very quick to refute anything globe, but not so forthcoming to bolster Flat Earth by answering any questions. This became an ongoing theme, and initially I had no Flat Earthers respond. After many attempts, and getting rather disappointed that no Flat Earther wanted to present their findings, I finally made contact with a Flat Earther who was willing to talk. Again, I made it clear I wasn't going to strawman anyone, and only use what they wrote, or in this case, what they sent me. Meet God Bless Us All, who seemed to not understand the task at first.
Is that your strong case? What makes water not level? Thank you. You are another one making people realize that have been deceived and turn to flat truth. Great. Keep on. There could not be better ambassadors. This is a very good compilation. Where is the edge?
They eventually came round and requested I watch some information on Flat Earth, but some became a lot, and a lot became a lot more. Well, so I did it, and it was everything I was trying to avoid. Videos on why the globe is wrong, not why the Flat Earth is right. They did have a position on the whole thing.
We see too far. Too far. No curve, no globe. You see objects that should not be visible because of the curve. If you see them, there is no curve. Don't you come with refraction as the excuse.
Well, I just had to know more now. And while I hadn't got to see it too far yet, I did want to know, is refraction not a thing on Flat Earth then?
Yes. But refraction is not why we see too far. So, your whole point is refraction discussion. You don't get it. I used to play that childish game. I don't get it. Well, you have to search and research.
Turns out asking questions is also deemed a no-no, and again I was still missing the why to all of this. It would seem I would never get an answer. And just when I was thinking of wrapping things up and concluding my findings, I heard from the Secrets of Heaven. Would this be another religious standpoint? Their bio implied not. Well, not so much anyway. They also like science and technology, so this was looking like it would be good. It wasn't.
Happy to answer any questions you have. Please watch True Earth 101 first, and if you still have follow-up questions, I'm not going anywhere. DMs are open as well.
I had to go watch another video about why the globe is wrong, and it was by Witsit Gets It. In my experience, Witsit doesn't get it, and has been frequently debunked by FTFE and MC Anyway, I was told that this was required because
No one will talk to you unless they feel you have the capability to retain and correctly repeat back information given. It's a sign of high IQ. If I'm going to spend time here presenting flat Earth positions, I need to know it's not wasted on a surface-level thinker.
Now this said a lot to me, but not in the form of answers. It highlighted that there was some sort of guard put up by flat earthers, a reluctance to provide information, maybe from fear of misinterpretation or being misquoted in some way. As with Facebook, I wasn't going to speculate this further.
Forgetting the globe is illogical. We can't detect curved water, therefore water lays flat. Earth is 71% water, therefore it's flat. We can shoot radio waves 2,000 miles, there is no curve obstructing, therefore it's flat. See Battle of the Beams for example, where the Germans shot waves from Denmark to England without any curve obstruction. We can take infrared photos 250 miles away. No obstruction. We don't claim anything we can't prove. You will never get a flat earther to claim distances to the object in the sky or size of the plane or tell you what's under the plane or anything that requires speculation without them saying this is speculation. If you want me to speculate, just tell me to speculate, but it won't do your video any good. You want contradictory statements from flat earthers so you can make a video and say, look, flat earthers disagree on their model? It's not gonna happen because we don't claim things that can't be falsified, so good luck with that. And we don't have to replace the globe model either, we just know water doesn't curve and it's an observable measurable fact. And if you don't trust Witsit or DITRH, don't trust me, in fact we ask you not to trust us, you need to use your discernment and your logic.
Okay, I was only asking. And we somehow got onto the final experiment, and here's a brief description of that and their website. Obviously, if you want to pause it, you can go and check that out. I asked, I'll tell you what, if the sun sets during the final experiment, I'll start believing flat Earth. But if it doesn't, you have to start believing in globe. Deal? They didn't want to play.
That's completely illogical. Why would the sun's movement have any bearing on if water curves in Earth's shape? I would recommend you do not become a flat earther and base it solely on the sun's movement. It's literally retarded, and I don't mean that as an insult.
A 24-hour sun is impossible on a flat Earth, as the entire circle of the ice wall would need to be lit by the sun for 24 hours.
Why is it impossible? I can think of at least 2 explanations for how it could happen. You can't. And DITRH recently said he changed his mind on that. I don't really care what others say, we're not exactly known for trusting the words of others. We think for ourselves, that's why we become flat earthers in the first place.
I replied, deeper in the rabbit hole just goes with what sells. Witsit appears to be doing the same in my opinion, dipping into politics, dipping into heliocentric directions, another who moves with whichever works best. You seem very different, so respect you for that. What would be your explanation then?
Super simple, here's 3 options I came up with just typing this post, and of course it's speculation options for you and I'm not claiming either, I'm just showing you what could be going on in theory. 1. The sun travels in a flower of life pattern as seen from the analemma. That thing rotates ever so slightly each year and the north magnetic pole moves. This means we eventually will end up in a pattern where the north won't have a 24-hour sun and the south will. See quarter Earth theory where the plane is shown on the moon, but we are in 1/4 of it right now and it rotates us like the Prague clock. Next quarter happens to be closer to Antarctica. 2. If you want to go the religious route, the Book of Enoch says the sun and moon enters 12 portals. 3. There is more than one sun.
Any ideas how they could swap a second sun in while one was setting and everyone was watching?
I don't like to speculate. You can figure it out if I can. Multiple scenarios, maybe it circles the other lands outside of our realm? Portals? Dome reflection? It's pointless to guess, and again it has no bearing on the shape of Earth, or its movement. Yeah, we don't have the resources to actually be able to do replacement science. Basically our position is, we can falsify Earth's movement through Aries failure and MMX. And it's shaped by all other experiments I outlined. Falsification is independent of replacement. If I took a gene test and found out my parents aren't my real parents, I wouldn't have to actually find my real ones in order for me to tell people I'm adopted or kidnapped.
They went on to highlight this meme for me, an extract from Einstein where they talk about how the null result of Michelson's experiment led Einstein to relativity. The highlighted part links to the movement of the sun having no bearing on Earth's shape, and I believe this was to support what they had been saying. But they did appear to have missed this part of the quote about Earth rotating the sun. Not very flat Earth of them. Our final little piece highlighted the majority of responses I received.
If you even know who FTFE is, you are a waste of my time.
It's okay. There's a lot of flat earthers who haven't been able to answer the questions, so don't feel like you have to.
I see your comprehension is poor. Not surprised. I don't take such lame bait. I block instead.
I had sent multiple posts over the 2 sites, and despite a cordial approach to find answers about the flat earth from the flat earthers, I have to conclude that they don't know the answers. They only know the globe is wrong and they are right because other videos and posts have told them that this is the case. I am left with one final thought on the matter. Unless they come up with answers which can replace everything about the globe model, then our education system would continue to teach what the majority of us already know. the Earth is a globe. Prove me wrong and answer the questions. I have plenty more for you.